In the early 1990s, as sport utility vehicles began their rise to prominence in the American automotive landscape, General Motors made a bold move through its Oldsmobile division. The Oldsmobile Bravada, introduced in 1991, marked a significant milestone as the first SUV from Oldsmobile and GM's first light truck offering outside of Chevrolet and GMC since the 1920s. The story begins with the first-generation Bravada built on GM's GMT 330 platform. This platform was shared with its corporate cousins, the Chevrolet S10 Blazer and GMC Jimmy. However, the Bravada took a different approach, focusing exclusively on a four-door configuration to appeal to families seeking both utility and luxury. The exterior design featured a distinctive Oldsmobile split grille and body-colored bumpers, creating a refined, monochromatic appearance that set it apart from the more utilitarian SUVs of the era. Under the hood, the initial 1991 model came equipped with a 4.3-liter V6 engine producing 160 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque. The following year brought a significant upgrade with the introduction of the L35 Vortec 4300 V6, boosting power output to 200 horsepower. This enhancement gave the Bravada improved acceleration and overall performance, making it more competitive in the growing SUV segment. One of the Bravada's most innovative features was its SmartTrak all-wheel drive system. This sophisticated setup utilized a BorgWarner 4472 transfer case to automatically distribute power between the front and rear wheels. Unlike many competitors that required manual engagement of four-wheel drive, the SmartTrak system operated continuously, providing enhanced traction without driver intervention. The interior of the first-generation Bravada reflected Oldsmobile's commitment to luxury. Standard leather upholstery, power windows, and remote keyless entry were included at a time when such features were considered premium upgrades in many vehicles. The 1992 model year brought a redesigned instrument panel with improved ergonomics, while 1993 saw the addition of an overhead console featuring a compass, temperature display, and reading lights. After a brief production pause in 1995, the second-generation Bravada emerged in 1996 with a completely redesigned exterior. The new model featured a more aerodynamic shape with rounded edges, while maintaining the split front grille that had become an Oldsmobile trademark. The design shared visual elements with the Oldsmobile Aurora sedan, including distinctive six-spoke aluminum wheels. The second generation's interior received significant upgrades, incorporating wood grain trim and a console-mounted transmission shifter that gave it a more car-like feel. The 4.3-liter V6 engine continued to power the vehicle, now producing 190 horsepower. The SmartTrak system was refined to operate primarily in rear-wheel drive, engaging the front wheels only when needed, which helped improve fuel efficiency. In 1998, a mid-cycle refresh brought several notable changes, including redesigned bumpers and the introduction of Oldsmobile's new Rocket O emblem. The interior was updated with dual airbags, and heated seats became available as an option. Technology advanced with the introduction of OnStar in 1999, initially offered as a cellular phone unit before evolving into an integrated system with hands-free calling and virtual advisor capabilities. The third and final generation of the Bravada debuted in February 2001 for the 2002 model year. Built on GM's new GMT 360 platform, this version represented the most significant evolution of the model. It introduced a more powerful 4.2-liter Vortec inline-6 engine, generating 270 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. This power plant enabled the Bravada to tow up to 5,600 pounds when properly equipped. The final generation offered a comprehensive list of standard features, including leather upholstery, power-adjustable front seats with lumbar support, and dual-zone automatic climate control. Safety features included four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes, traction control, and available side impact airbags. The vehicle achieved fuel economy ratings of approximately 16 miles per gallon in city driving and 22 miles per gallon on highways for rear-wheel drive models. Production of the Oldsmobile Bravada came to an end in January 2004, coinciding with the closure of the Oldsmobile brand. The last 500 units were designated as final 500 inches editions, featuring unique badging, dark cherry metallic paint, and special interior details. Throughout its production run, a total of 183,162 Bravadas were sold, with sales figures showing a decline in later years. 14,337 units in 2002, 8,052 in 2003, 1,973 in 2004, and 327 in 2005. The Oldsmobile Bravada's legacy lives on through its influence on subsequent luxury SUVs. Its basic design continued in other GM vehicles, such as the Buick Rainier and Saab 97X. The Bravada demonstrated that SUVs could successfully combine utility with luxury features, helping pave the way for the premium SUV segment that would eventually become a cornerstone of the automotive industry. While the Oldsmobile brand may have ceased to exist, the Bravada stands as a testament to American automotive innovation, representing a crucial period when traditional automakers adapted to changing consumer preferences by blending luxury car comfort with SUV capability. Its 13-year production run helped establish the blueprint for the luxury SUV segment that continues to thrive today. The Isuzu Trooper, a remarkable but often forgotten SUV that left an indelible mark on automotive history. From 1981 to 2002, this versatile vehicle, known by many names across the globe, including the Isuzu Bighorn in Japan, carved out its place in the competitive SUV market. In 1981, as the world was embracing the concept of sport utility vehicles, Isuzu launched the first-generation Trooper. The initial offering was a 3-door wagon that brought something special to the table, an independent front suspension that set it apart from its competitors. This engineering choice gave drivers a more comfortable ride compared to the harsh experience of solid front axles common in that era. The early 1980s Trooper came equipped with a modest 1.95-liter gasoline engine. While not overwhelming in power, it proved sufficient for both city driving and light off-road adventures. For those seeking better fuel efficiency during a time of economic consciousness, Isuzu offered a 2.2-liter diesel engine alternative. 1983 marked a significant expansion of the Trooper family with the introduction of the 5-door version. This larger variant housed a more powerful 2.3-liter gasoline engine, acknowledging the need for additional power to move its expanded frame. The 5-door Trooper quickly found favor among families and adventurers who required extra space for passengers and cargo. By 1987, the Trooper underwent its first major facelift. The most notable change was the switch to rectangular headlights, giving the vehicle a more contemporary appearance. The introduction of the LS trim level for 5-door models brought additional luxury features, marking the Trooper's gradual evolution from a purely utilitarian vehicle to a more refined SUV. The Trooper RS arrived in 1989, featuring a shortened wheelbase and a 2-door configuration. Powered by a 2.6-liter fuel-injected inline-4 engine, the RS variant became a favorite among off-road enthusiasts. Its compact size and improved maneuverability made it particularly adept at tackling challenging terrain. The first-generation Trooper's boxy design wasn't just about aesthetics. It maximized interior space and provided excellent visibility. High ground clearance and a capable 4-wheel drive system enabled drivers to venture confidently off the beaten path. The interior, while basic by today's standards, featured durable materials that could withstand years of heavy use. December 1991 marked the debut of the second-generation Trooper, representing a significant leap forward in design and capability. This new iteration could seat up to 7 passengers in certain configurations, and its enhanced luxury features signaled Isuzu's ambition to compete in the premium SUV segment. The second generation launched with a 3.2-liter V6 gasoline engine, available in both single and dual overhead cam configurations. The SOHC version produced 175 horsepower, while the DOHC variant delivered 190 horsepower. In 1996, an updated SOHC 3.2-liter engine replaced the DOHC unit in certain markets, maintaining the 190 horsepower output. For markets where diesel engines were preferred, Isuzu offered the Ford JG2 3.1-liter turbo diesel engine. This power plant generated 114 horsepower at 3,600 revolutions per minute and 188 pound-feet of torque at 2,000 revolutions per minute, providing the low-end power crucial for towing and off-road driving. The transmission options included a 5-speed manual and a 4-speed automatic. In 1996, Isuzu introduced an innovative shift-on-the-fly system that allowed drivers to engage four-wheel drive while the vehicle was in motion, enhancing the Trooper's versatility in varying conditions. 1998 brought significant updates to the Trooper, including the introduction of a more powerful 3.5-liter DOHC V6 engine, producing 215 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque. This same year also saw the debut of the Ford JX1 3.0-liter direct-injection turbo diesel engine in select markets, featuring advanced common rail fuel injection technology. The Trooper's global reach was impressive, with various badges and names depending on the market. In the United States, it was sold as both the Isuzu Trooper and the more luxurious Acura SLX. Australian and New Zealand customers knew it as the Holden Jackaroo and Holden Monterey, with special performance versions developed by Holden Special Vehicles. European buyers could purchase it as the Opel Monterey or Vauxhall Monterey, while in Japan, it was known as the Isuzu Bighorn or Honda Horizon. The Trooper's motorsport achievements added to its legacy. In 1989, the Holden Jackaroo version claimed victory in the marathon class of the Australian Safari. It continued its success with class wins in the 1992 and 1993 Australian Safari events. Perhaps its most prestigious achievement came in 1994, when it won the marathon class in the legendary Paris-Dakar Rally. The Holden Jackaroo's victory in the 1998 Round Australia trial further cemented the Trooper's reputation for durability and performance. As the 1990s drew to a close, the SUV market had evolved significantly. While the Trooper maintained its reputation for reliability and off-road capability, newer competitors with more modern designs began to emerge. Despite updates and improvements, sales gradually declined, and in 2002, Isuzu ended production of the Trooper after 2 decades of global success. The Isuzu Trooper's legacy lives on as a pioneer in the SUV segment. It demonstrated how a vehicle could successfully balance utility and comfort, off-road capability, and on-road manners. Through its various incarnations and global partnerships, the Trooper helped establish the blueprint for modern SUVs, proving that a well-designed vehicle could appeal to diverse markets and meet varying consumer needs. From its humble beginnings as a basic off-road capable vehicle to its evolution into a more refined SUV, the Isuzu Trooper represented the changing automotive landscape of the 1980s and 1990s. Its story reminds us of a time when rugged capability and straightforward design were highly valued, and when a single vehicle platform could spawn numerous variants to serve markets around the world. Though no longer in production, the Trooper's influence on the SUV segment continues to resonate in the vehicles we drive today. In the early 1990s, as America's love affair with SUVs was blossoming, Mazda made a bold move into uncharted territory. The Japanese automaker, known primarily for its sporty cars and innovative rotary engines, decided to venture into the growing SUV market. Their weapon of choice? The Mazda Navajo, a 3-door SUV that would become both a milestone and a cautionary tale in automotive history. In 1991, Mazda was riding high on the success of its innovative vehicles, but the company knew it needed to adapt to changing American tastes. The SUV market was expanding rapidly, and Mazda needed a piece of the action. Rather than developing an entirely new vehicle from scratch, Mazda partnered with Ford Motor Company, their longtime ally, to create the Navajo. The Navajo was essentially a rebadged version of the first-generation Ford Explorer, manufactured at Ford's Louisville, Kentucky plant. This strategic decision allowed Mazda to enter the SUV market quickly, but it would also later prove to be a double-edged sword. Under the hood of the Navajo sat a robust 4.0-liter Cologne V6 engine producing 162 horsepower at 4,500 revolutions per minute and 220 pound-feet of torque at 2,200 revolutions per minute. This power plant gave the Navajo enough muscle to handle both city streets and off-road adventures with confidence. The SUV could reach speeds of up to 99 miles per hour, which was respectable for its time. Mazda worked hard to differentiate the Navajo from its Ford cousin. The vehicle measured 175.3 inches in length, 70.2 inches in width, and 68.1 inches in height, with a wheelbase of 102.1 inches. These dimensions created a spacious interior while maintaining manageable exterior proportions. The curb weight of approximately 3,979 pounds helped provide stability on various terrains. The Navajo's unique styling elements included a distinctive front fascia, redesigned taillights, and exclusive wheel designs. The decision to paint the bumpers dark gray and eliminate chrome trim gave the Navajo a more rugged appearance compared to its Ford counterpart. Inside, Mazda-specific lettering adorned the instrument panel, and the steering wheel proudly displayed the Mazda logo. The Navajo was offered in two main trim levels, the base DX and the upscale LX. The DX came equipped with power windows, door locks, and mirrors as standard features. The LX trim added luxury touches like additional interior lighting and a leather-wrapped steering wheel. Buyers could opt for various packages that included amenities such as air conditioning, an upgraded stereo system with a cassette deck, cruise control, and power-adjustable sport seats. Initially, the Navajo was only available with four-wheel drive, targeting outdoor enthusiasts and adventure seekers. In 1992, Mazda expanded the lineup by introducing a rear-wheel drive version, hoping to attract urban drivers who wanted the SUV style without the complexity and cost of four-wheel drive. The Navajo's suspension system featured independent front suspension with torsion bars and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. This setup provided a balance between on-road comfort and off-road capability. The braking system included front disc brakes and rear drum brakes with anti-lock braking standard, a sophisticated feature for the early 1990s. One of the Navajo's strongest selling points was its towing capacity of up to 5,600 pounds when properly equipped. This made it particularly attractive to outdoor enthusiasts and families who needed to haul boats, trailers, or camping equipment. The fuel economy was typical for its era, averaging around 19 miles per gallon. The Navajo's crowning achievement came early in its life when it won the Motor Trend Truck of the Year award in 1991. This prestigious recognition highlighted the vehicle's strong performance, practical design, and versatile functionality. For Mazda, this award represented a validation of their decision to enter the SUV market. However, the Navajo's story wasn't without its dark chapters. The vehicle became entangled in the infamous Firestone tire controversy that plagued Ford Explorers in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Although the Navajo had already been discontinued by then, its association with the Explorer platform drew it into the controversy. The use of the Navajo name also sparked debate. Critics argued that Mazda was appropriating Native American cultural identity for profit. In an attempt to address these concerns, Mazda donated a 1991 Navajo to the Government Services Committee of Torreon, New Mexico, though this gesture did little to quell the broader discussion about cultural sensitivity in automotive marketing. Despite its promising start and prestigious award, the Navajo's success was short-lived. Low sales figures and increasing competition in the SUV market led Mazda to discontinue the model in 1994 after just 3 years of production. The lack of a 5-door variant proved to be a crucial limitation, as many competitors offered more practical body styles. The Navajo story didn't end with its discontinuation. In 2001, Mazda returned to the SUV market with the Tribute, a 5-door SUV based on the Ford Escape platform. The Tribute addressed many of the Navajo's shortcomings and represented Mazda's more mature approach to the SUV market. Today, the Mazda Navajo stands as a fascinating chapter in automotive history. It represents both the opportunities and challenges of platform sharing, the importance of understanding market demands, and the evolution of cultural sensitivity in marketing. While the Navajo may not have achieved long-term success, it helped pave the way for Mazda's future SUV endeavors and left an indelible mark on the automotive landscape of the 1990s. The story of the Mazda Navajo reminds us that success in the automotive industry requires more than just good engineering. It demands careful consideration of market trends, consumer needs, and cultural sensitivities. As Mazda and other automakers continue to evolve and adapt to changing times, the lessons learned from the Navajo experiment continue to influence decision-making in the automotive industry today. In the late 1990s, as SUVs were becoming increasingly popular on American roads, one vehicle dared to be different. The Isuzu Vcross wasn't just another boxy four-wheel drive, it was a glimpse into the future. With its alien-like appearance and advanced technology, this rare Japanese SUV challenged everything we knew about automotive design. But despite its groundbreaking features and impressive capabilities, only 5,958 units would ever leave the factory floor. This is the story of how a concept car came to life, broke all the rules, and became one of the most distinctive vehicles ever produced. The journey of the Vcross began in 1993 at the Tokyo Auto Show, where Isuzu unveiled a concept that looked more like a spacecraft than a traditional SUV. The design team, led by Satomi Murayama from Isuzu's European office in Brussels, included talented designers Simon Cox, Joji Yanaka, Andrew Hill, and Nick Robinson. Their vision was bold: create a lightweight, compact SUV that would stand out in an increasingly crowded market. What made the concept truly special was its innovative use of materials. Carbon fiber components were used extensively, including the grille, hood insert, floor panels, and fuel tank. The aluminum chassis weighed just 200 pounds, making it incredibly light for an SUV. Under the hood, a direct-injected, supercharged 1.6-liter engine, similar to the one found in the Lotus Elan, provided impressive power for its size. When the production version hit Japanese showrooms in 1997, it retained much of the concept's futuristic design. Isuzu accomplished this feat by using ceramic body stamping dies, an unusual but cost-effective manufacturing technique. The US market would have to wait until 1999 to get their hands on this unique vehicle. The Vcross's exterior design was unlike anything else on the road. Its short overhangs and aggressive titanium-toothed grille gave it an imposing presence. Black plastic cladding protected the lower half of the vehicle, while the hood featured a distinctive black insert that reduced glare. US models initially rode on 16-inch polished wheels, later upgraded to 18-inch chrome wheels. Japanese versions kept their 16-inch alloy wheels with chrome center caps. Inside, the Vcross offered a blend of luxury and sportiness. Leather seats, often supplied by renowned manufacturer Jackaroo, provided excellent support. The dashboard featured motorcycle-inspired gauges, and automatic climate control kept occupants comfortable. A premium sound system came standard, making every drive more enjoyable. But the Vcross wasn't just about looks, it packed serious performance credentials. The US version came equipped with a 3.2-liter V6 engine producing 215 horsepower at 5,600 revolutions per minute and 209 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 revolutions per minute. Some markets received a 3.5-liter V6 with similar output. Power was managed by a 4-speed automatic transmission and distributed through BorgWarner's advanced torque-on-demand 4-wheel drive system. This innovative drivetrain used 12 independent sensors to monitor wheel spin and road conditions, automatically sending power to the wheels with the most traction. It was cutting-edge technology for its time, making the Vcross exceptionally capable both on and off-road. The vehicle's dimensions were compact yet purposeful. With a wheelbase of 91.8 inches, overall length of 162.6 inches, width of 70.5 inches, and height of 66.9 inches, the Vcross had excellent proportions for tackling tough terrain. Its curb weight of 3,955 pounds was reasonable considering its robust construction and advanced features. Off-road capability was a primary focus during development. The Vcross utilized a sturdy body-on-frame construction and borrowed its suspension system from the larger Isuzu Trooper. The independent double wishbone front suspension and multi-link rear setup provided excellent articulation over rough terrain. Skid plates protected vital components, while the 22-gallon fuel tank offered plenty of range for extended adventures. The Vcross proved its worth in competition, achieving impressive results in the 1998 Paris-Dakar Rally with Stage 2 and Stage 4 class wins. It also competed successfully in the Australian Safari Rally, demonstrating its durability in some of the world's most challenging conditions. Despite its innovative design and impressive capabilities, the Vcross struggled to find commercial success. Its bold styling, polarized opinions, and its relatively high price point limited its appeal. Production ended in 2001 after just 4 years, with 1,805 units sold in Japan and 4,153 exported to the United States. However, the Vcross didn't go unrecognized by automotive experts. It appeared on the cover of Motor Trend magazine in May 1999 and made their top 10 sport utilities list. Four Wheeler magazine named it first runner-up for Four Wheeler of the Year in 2000. The vehicle even received international recognition, winning the Spirit of Time Award at the 1999 Russian International Motor Show. Today, the Isuzu Vcross stands as a testament to automotive innovation and bold design. While it may not have achieved mainstream success, it earned a dedicated following and proved that sometimes the most interesting vehicles are those that dare to be different. Its limited production numbers and unique characteristics have made it a sought-after collector's item, appreciated by enthusiasts who recognize its significance in automotive history. The legacy of the Vcross lives on as a reminder that great innovation often comes from taking risks and challenging conventions. While Isuzu may have ceased producing passenger vehicles for many markets, the Vcross remains a symbol of what's possible when designers and engineers are given the freedom to push boundaries and create something truly unique. In the vast landscape of automotive history, few vehicles have left as lasting an impression as the Nissan Patrol G60. From conquering the treacherous Simpson Desert in Australia to serving in the Indian military as the Janga, this Japanese four-wheel drive pioneer wrote its own chapter in the story of off-road vehicles. While Land Rovers and Jeeps dominated the headlines in the 1960s, the Patrol G60 quietly built its reputation on every continent, proving that Japanese engineering could stand toe-to-toe with the best in the world. This is the story of a vehicle that didn't just traverse difficult terrain, it helped shape the future of four-wheel drive vehicles. The journey of the Nissan Patrol G60 began in 1960, marking the dawn of the second generation of Nissan's Patrol lineup. When it rolled off the production line, few could have predicted its 20-year reign or its influence on future off-road vehicles. The G60 came in 3 distinct wheelbases: a nimble short wheelbase version measuring 86.6 inches, a more accommodating long wheelbase model at 98.4 inches, and the spacious H60 extra-long wheelbase variant. Each version served different needs, from tight trail navigation to comfortable people hauling. Under the hood, the G60 packed a robust 3,956 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder P engine. This power plant wasn't just about raw numbers, though its 145 horsepower was impressive for its time. The engine featured innovative design elements like bathtub-shaped combustion chambers and a fully balanced 7-bearing crankshaft, ensuring smooth operation even in the most demanding conditions. This power was managed through a 3-speed manual transmission in early models, later upgraded to a 4-speed manual, giving drivers better control across varying terrains. The G60's construction was a testament to practical engineering. Built on a ladder frame chassis, it measured between 143.7 and 167.3 inches in length, 68.5 inches in width, and stood 67.7 inches tall. The suspension system, while simple by today's standards, was perfectly suited to its purpose. Leaf springs and rigid axles, front and rear, allowed the G60 to handle heavy loads while maintaining stability on rough terrain. The vehicle's drum brakes on all 4 wheels, though requiring regular maintenance, proved reliable enough for both on- and off-road use. In 1962, the G60 achieved what many considered impossible. Australian geologist Reg Sprigg, accompanied by his family, became the first to cross the Simpson Desert in a motorized vehicle. Over 12 grueling days, they traversed more than 1,100 sand dunes, proving the G60's exceptional capabilities. This historic journey not only demonstrated the vehicle's durability, but also cemented its reputation in the Australian market. The G60's global reach extended far beyond Australia's shores. In the United States, it held a unique position as the only Nissan badged vehicle sold through Datsun dealerships from 1962 to 1969. While it faced stiff competition from American and European manufacturers, it managed to carve out its own niche in the market. Perhaps one of the most interesting chapters in the G60's history unfolded in India. From 1969, the vehicle factory Jabalpur began assembling these vehicles, dubbing them Jonga, Jabalpur Ordnance and Gun Carriage Assembly. The Indian Army adopted the Jonga, modifying it with features like blackout lights and machine gun mounts. The vehicle served faithfully until the late 1990s, proving its worth across India's diverse and challenging terrain. The Middle East and Africa also embraced the G60, where its ability to handle extreme conditions made it invaluable. From traversing vast desert landscapes to serving as a reliable workhorse in areas with minimal infrastructure, the G60 proved its versatility time and again. Even in Europe, particularly in Spain and the Netherlands, it found use in industrial applications and was popular among utility companies. The G60's design prioritized function over form, with a utilitarian interior that focused on durability rather than luxury. The extra-long wheelbase H60 could accommodate up to 8 passengers, making it practical for both military and civilian use. The dashboard and controls were straightforward and built to last, reflecting the vehicle's no-nonsense approach to automotive design. The G60's impact extended far beyond its production years. It helped establish Japanese vehicles as serious contenders in the global automotive market, particularly in the four-wheel drive segment. Its success influenced future Patrol models with many of its core principles: durability, simplicity, and exceptional off-road capability remaining central to the Patrol's identity. Today, the G60 holds a special place in automotive history. Collectors and enthusiasts prize well-maintained examples, though finding one can be challenging due to the hard lives many led. Restoration projects are common, with dedicated owners seeking original parts to preserve these historic vehicles for future generations. The legacy of the Nissan Patrol G60 lives on in modern off-road vehicles. Its 20-year production run from 1960 to 1980 proved that successful vehicle design isn't always about the latest technology or luxury features. Sometimes it's about building something that simply works, no matter the conditions. The G60's influence can still be seen in today's SUVs and off-road vehicles, reminding us that true innovation often comes from meeting real-world challenges head-on.